Hi everyone, welcome back. In my last video I promised to take a look at trying to edit in an AI program things that go wrong. As you noticed in my last one, I had some very scary things, some that were not going to be fixable, but I did promise to take a look at this one that I have done several things with. In NightCafe they do have a selective edit, and basically it takes you into this editing screen and you have a paintbrush here which you can make different sizes. We can enlarge it to make it bigger. We don't want it quite that big. Take it down, get very small. They do say to go over the edges a little bit, but then we also want to turn on this feathered mask. I didn't do this in some of the ones I'm going to show you here in a moment, but basically this is going to make the softer edges, and it does help a little bit. I'm just going to go over, and then sometimes this gets in the way. So this tool here is the pan tool, which basically makes it go into a little hand so we can just move around into our vision here. Go back to the paintbrush. And we're just trying to make these hands look normal. I like to go ahead and do the whole hands because at least if there's an area, if you were only to do part of the hand, it would show a cut off there. Then we're going to hit this. This is off, this is on the feathering, and it's supposed to help over here. So we're going to go ahead and hit done. You can describe the entire image again, which is the original description. Placing hand over heart, which none of my images I tried to create with this prompt did that, so that didn't work out very well. And I wanted it a portrait angle. It does say including what should appear in the selected area. So I'm going to put hands in selected area. I'm still working on this to see if this really makes any difference. And it does cost you every time you make an edit. It costs you a credit. So if you're not a paying member and you're just collecting credits every day that you visit NightCafe, you will want to be aware of that. So we're going to process, and it is called in painting, and it usually takes a moment. It appeared over here, so it kind of jumped. It's not showing us right away, so I have to go over here and see what it did. As you can see, there's still this like area here that we could try to fix. The praying hands do look a little bit better, but it's still not what I wanted. So I'm going to show you, and there is this before and after, so you can kind of see that yes, it did make an improvement upon the hands. They do look better, but there are some areas that it's still, I don't think the feathered mask does a very good job. So we'll close this out with this X up here. So this was my original. This is the prompt I put in and got this image. Then I did a little more editing with the in painting, and you'll see here, this was before I did the feathered mask around the edges, so it's very harsh lines here. It really takes at the heart, and some fingers completely disappeared. We do the before and after. The hands look like they're from a different person. These don't even look like real hands. These look like kids' hands reaching up to her. So close this out. The next time I did it again, and I got more of this harsh edge here. I don't like how that looks. We go to the before and after. See, there's was my first edit. Here's my second edit. The praying hands are getting better, but the background of where the other image was, it didn't fill out the way I'd liked it to have done. And then here's the next one that I did. And again, I feel like the hands are getting, better. It was filling it up a little bit better, but it's still. And then down here, it chopped off a little bit of the hand. It did a really good job here of the shirt behind the hands and the opening where they come together. That was surprising. And then I decided to put into my prompt, just remove the hands altogether and replace with the necklace. But again, I should have did it in painting. I should have done the in painting all the way around her neck if I wanted to be a little bit smoother to do this. And we'll go ahead, we'll try this and see what happens. And we'll do done. See, it has what my text prompt was there before. It still has that. And replace, remove hands from selected and replace with her neckline wearing a necklace and the shirt. I'm not even going to change that. I'm going to see what happens. I say that's a little bit better, but that necklace still looks a little weird. It doesn't look like they did something weird with the necklace, but otherwise, the neck looks much better. There might be a little bit of iffy stuff over here that I'd have to go in and do that end painting and see if I could get it to blend better. But I came up with a better solution. What I ended up doing was I did a creative upscale, and that's where it costs you so many credits. And I can't remember on this one if I did the 2 credits or the 3 credits. 2 credits gives you a creative change, but it has no upscale. The creative upscale here, this upscales you to this, but it costs you 3 credits. You adjust the creativity level, which I did the 55%. I'm going to cancel this because I'm going to show you what my output was. So my final image, what I came up with, was this. I think this looks so much better. I am disappointed here in my original. I really love the soft, feathery look in the background. I love the little sun shining off of her, the hair, the light, whatever the light source is. The shirt is this is almost more of a painting. This is more of a soft photo. It could also be a painting, but I believe this is what I ended up selecting. And I also took this image, because this is something that you can do, and I put it on Pixabay. So this is my Pixabay site where I upload images that anybody can get for free. As you see, I uploaded this one here. It says it's had no views, but I have 1 like for it, which I think is very interesting. I didn't do that, and I have had no downloads on it. But here is the final picture that I uploaded. I do have to state that it is AI generated. So if you feel like you have a picture and you want to share it with the world, you can go to Pixabay and upload your pictures. If you haven't used it for downloading photos or artwork for you to be creative with, it's also a great resource for that. And I'll leave a link to this picture. So if for some reason you would like to have it for free, you can come over to Pixabay and get that. Just download it. Downloading's easy. You just hit the download button, say what size you want. It does limit you to the size you can get without having an account. Accounts are free. So if we go back to here, and I decided that I didn't like this, I wanted to try something else, I could do another creative upscale and say this time I don't want to upscale it. There's a couple different models you can do. One's a pro, and I don't have a pro account, so I can't use that. I can adjust the creativity level all the way to 100% if I want. And let's see what it does. This is going to take me 2 credits to do this. We'll see how different it looks. It's still spinning. Sometimes it takes a little while. Oh my goodness. Look what it did. It made this weird thing with the hand because I allowed it to be too creative. It didn't change anything about the face or the hair that I can tell. Here, we can do the before and after. Again, the before is much better than the after. I think I'll stick with the before. I don't want to use any more credits. So basically, you spend your credits and you don't always get something that you like. So this is the part of AI where it's buyer beware. And I have used other AI programs. I really like Midjourney. So the one thing about getting AI images, it's not perfect. Is it worth it? It just depends on you, what you want to do, what you're looking for, what you want to create. It takes practice. It will take spending your credits or buying time. And this is going to be an ongoing process of learning what prompts are best to use. And in a future video, I have discovered that they've added a couple new functions here to NightCafe, and I'll just explore those more in the future. One is a new expand, which is down here, and there's also, and now I can't remember what it is. Oh, I know what it is. Basically, once you do a creation and you go to redo it, it'll give you some more suggestions on different prompts that they have written. Most likely, they're probably AI created, and then you can use those to give your an image a different look. It usually adds on to what you've already done. But that's something I'm going to look at filming in the future. And the expand one is really kind of cool, but it's still not perfect yet. I'm going to play around with that some more before I share it with everybody here. And I've got some other projects that I want to do anyway. So just keep an eye out and see what I come up with. See what kind of projects I come up. I'm hoping to show some more actual fabric projects, and we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, if you like what you've seen today, think about subscribing, but definitely give the video a like if you just kind of like having a peek behind the mystery of AI mess ups and did AI fix it? Do you think it was good at fixing it or not? Or is it even worth doing certain things? Just let me know below what your thoughts are. Some days it's really cool and some days it's frustrating of what you get. It's not an easy thing. It does take work. Everybody says it's easy, but that's not really the point of trying to create and use your words to come up with images. And that's kind of the secret, right? You're trying to use words to actually come up with an image that it's not even in your head, because what you think is going to pop up with your words is not necessarily what's going to happen on the screen. Because when I first did this image, I was so disappointed in these hands and the fact that I said her hand across her heart, like holding on, like thinking, and it was peaceful. The overall image, yes, it's got this peaceful, ethereal look. That's what I was going for. Trying to use it for a post on a blog that I have about tranquility and meditation. And I thought this would be really good, a really good picture. I've done other pictures and they've turned out really well. This one did not. What I ended up with at the end is nice, but it's still, I wish there was a way, and this is something I'm going to investigate because I have seen some other programs out there where you can take two images to blend them together to get a certain look. Now these may be too close together, maybe it won't happen the way I'm thinking. Again, I'm here to like explore everything that is technical and seeing what kind of images that we can create that we can use in other projects or just for the fun of it. So until next time, thanks for watching.